How to manage conflict in a relationship. Healthy resolution techniques. Conflict is an inevitable part of any relationship. Whether it's with a romantic partner, friend, or family member, disagreements will arise as two individuals with different backgrounds, personalities, and needs come together. However, conflict doesn't have to weaken a relationship. In fact, when managed correctly, it can strengthen the bond by fostering better understanding and communication. This article explores healthy conflict resolution techniques that can help you manage disagreements and maintain a strong, resilient relationship. 1. Stay calm and control your emotions. When conflict arises, emotions can easily get out of control, making it harder to communicate effectively. Anger, frustration, or hurt can cloud judgment and escalate the situation. Staying calm helps you maintain clarity, allowing for more rational discussion and problem solving. Action step. When you feel emotions rising, take a deep breath and pause. If needed, step away from the conversation for a few minutes to regain composure before returning to discuss the issue with a clearer mind. 2. Use I statements instead of you statements. Blaming the other person by using you statements often puts them on the defensive, which can intensify the conflict. Instead, use I statements to express your feelings and perspective. This approach is less confrontational and encourages understanding. Action step. Instead of saying, "You never listen to me," try saying, "I feel unheard when we talk, and it makes me feel disconnected." This keeps the focus on your feelings rather than accusing the other person of wrongdoing. 3. Listen actively and empathetically. Effective conflict resolution starts with listening, really listening to understand the other person's point of view. When both parties feel heard, it becomes easier to find common ground and work toward a solution. Active listening involves paying full attention, acknowledging the other person's feelings, and responding thoughtfully. Action step. Practice active listening by maintaining eye contact, nodding and using phrases like "I understand" or "that makes sense." Refrain from interrupting or planning your response while the other person is speaking. 4. Address the issue, not the person. When tempers flare, it can be easy to attack the other person instead of addressing the actual problem. This can lead to hurtful comments that damage trust and escalate the conflict. Focus on the issue at hand, not the character or flaws of the other person. Action step. Stick to discussing the specific behavior or situation causing the conflict. For example, rather than saying, "You're always so irresponsible," focus on the specific action, like "I was frustrated when the bills weren't paid on time." 5. Find common ground. In any conflict, it's easy to get stuck in a cycle of focusing on your differences. Instead, try to find areas where you agree. Even small points of agreement can help build a bridge toward resolving the larger issue. Action step. Ask yourself and the other person, what do we both want out of this situation? Or what are we both trying to achieve? Identifying common goals can create a foundation for working together to find a solution. Take responsibility for your role. Conflict is rarely one-sided. Taking responsibility for your part in the disagreement shows maturity and a willingness to work toward a resolution. It also encourages the other person to take responsibility for their actions, leading to a more balanced and productive discussion. Action step. Reflect on the situation and acknowledge how your actions or words may have contributed to the conflict. Apologize if necessary, and express your commitment to improving your behavior moving forward. 7. Focus on solutions, not blame. Blaming each other for the conflict only prolongs the argument and prevents resolution. Instead of dwelling on who's at fault, shift the focus to finding a solution that works for both parties. A problem-solving approach encourages collaboration rather than competition. Action step. Brainstorm potential solutions together. Ask questions like, "How can we fix this?" Or, "What can we do differently moving forward?" This helps redirect the conversation from the conflict to constructive problem-solving. 8. Pick your battles. Not every disagreement needs to turn into a full-blown argument. Sometimes, it's better to let minor issues go and focus on the bigger picture. Knowing when to pick your battles can prevent unnecessary tension and keep the relationship on track. Action step. Before engaging in a conflict, ask yourself, is this really worth fighting over? If the issue is minor or unlikely to have a long-term impact on the relationship, it may be best to let it go. 9. Compromise and be willing to flex. A healthy relationship is built on compromise, where both parties are willing to make adjustments for the greater good. This doesn't mean sacrificing your needs or values, but it does involve finding a middle ground where both people feel heard and respected. Action step. Identify what's most important to you and what you're willing to compromise on. Approach the conversation with a spirit of flexibility, aiming for a win-win solution that meets both of your needs. Not 10. Know when to seek help. Sometimes, conflicts are too deep or complex to resolve on your own. If the same issues keep arising, or the relationship feels stuck in a cycle of negativity, seeking professional help from a counselor or therapist can provide guidance and tools for resolving the conflict. Action step. Don't be afraid to reach out to a relationship counselor if you're struggling to manage conflict on your own. A neutral third party can offer valuable insights and facilitate healthy communication between both individuals. Conclusion. Managing conflict in a relationship is a skill that requires patience, communication, and empathy. By staying calm, listening actively, and focusing on solutions rather than blame, you can navigate disagreements in a healthy and productive way. Remember that conflict, when handled constructively, can actually strengthen your relationship, leading to deeper understanding and connection. With practice, these techniques will help you resolve conflicts more effectively and create a stronger, more resilient bond.